Now that we've added a bunch of records to our database, we're going to want to go ahead and use them to do various things. Currently we're looking at 17 records in the inventory, and if you look just to the right of that, you'll see that there's a Show All button that's grayed out. And it's grayed out because we're currently showing all of them. It also says that all of the records are unsorted. What that means is we are looking at them in the order that they were created. Each time you create a new record, it adds it to the end of the list. So the very first record is the first record you would add, the next record is the next one. So you can think of this as a chronology of the records that you're adding. There's times when we're only going to want to work with a few records to do various things, such as making a consignment form or a loan to someone, or making a price list, or if you're emailing images, or making an invoice, or if you're using this to make your website, you'd add just a few of those items to your website. So what we want to do is go through basically how to find records. You'll see that there's a magnifying icon here. If you click on that, that takes you what's called find mode. And when you click on it, you'll notice that the status bar changes. You get different sets of icons here. Also, you're given what looks like an empty record. And you'll see that the request total is currently 1. So what we're looking for is something that will match any of these fields. You can type into any of these fields that have some information that you're looking for, and what I'm going to look for right now is just an example of landscapes. You can use the style button, and you can also think of the style button as a series. So you can customize this list however you want. So if there's a particular series, you might look for that by that name that you've created. So I'm going to choose landscape and then do perform find. And what I'm presented with is the first record that is of that found set. When I look here, I see that I've got 6 found of 17. I can browse through those 6. I can also view them as a list, and this shows me the 6 records that match the style of landscape. And that's one way to do a basic search for stuff. We can also do this in the contacts. So I might look for a particular category, for example. Again, that's something you would set up in your setup screen as what this list is going to be. I could also look by city, for example, or by somebody's name. So it's the same thing. I go into find mode, and I can, for example, choose gallery as the category and then perform find, and what I have is 8 galleries. I could browse through them one at a time or view them as a list, and currently we see that they have a bunch of different cities. So I'm now going to show you how to do a little bit more of an advanced find. What I want to look for is cities, galleries that are just located in San Francisco, for example. So again, what I do is go into find mode, and I would choose the gallery checkbox, and we know that brings up a larger list. And I want to constrain that. I want to add a little bit more information. So I'm going to tell it that it's looking for galleries that are also located in San Francisco. Then I do my perform find, and then what we get is just the 3 that match that criteria. So by putting 2 pieces of information into one find record, that will constrain the type of information that it's looking for. Just to do that in the inventory, I'm going to quickly just do show all to browse through all the records. I'll go through into find, and let's say I'm looking for something that is 24 inches tall and is considered an interior by my style. Perform find, and what I get is just the one record that matches those 2 criteria. If I were to do a find mode and choose the series as the interior series, perform find, what I get is actually 6 of those. So you see that by adding multiple pieces of information to find mode, constrains to more precisely what you're looking for. Another way you can look for something is by a partial word. So I might have a title. I know I have a title in here called carousel. I can type in C-A-R, and it's going to find anything that begins with C-A-R. And it might be any part of the title. So you might have red car, red carpet. It's going to find both of those. But by typing in C-A-R, it's going to find whatever matches that. And you can see I get the first one is carousel, and that's the only example of a title that has those examples. In the next video, I'm going to show you a little bit more advanced finds, for example, searching for a range, and also how to use the quick list.